Welcome to Stellos Stadium, everybody. It's the Battle of the Bridge Boys Lacrosse. I'm John Collins along with Tom King as we record this on a Friday, May 6th. The weather has improved quite a bit over the past 8 days.
Outside in a while,
yeah,
it's not
compared to yesterday.
out there.
Cinco de Mayo
It
was
is better than it is
horrible.
better than the day before we've taped this. So it's a little bit more like April instead of November.
Yes, that's
but
what
it's
it was
still
like
April
yesterday.
when it should be May. All right, we should be 65 degrees, bright sunshine, and instead it's probably in the low 50s. And cloudy. Just because you wore shorts doesn't mean it's,
I did.
Doesn't mean it's a nice day.
Fortunately, our cameraman and setup man Tim O'Neill has us inside the press box rather than across the way where you see nobody is sitting right now.
And there's nobody over there for a reason,
yeah,
Sean.
It's free admission if you want to sit there.
It's a lot of wind off the water right now. But I'll tell you what, somebody's going to be happy today, and that's going to be one of these two teams. And both of them are below 500 going into this game. And it's going to be a game where I think they're both pretty evenly matched. It's going to be a good game. And we saw a good game in the girls' game earlier. That was a good competition and fairly evenly matched. And I think we're going to see that today.
It was 11-7 victory for the girls of Nashua North over the girls of South. It was a game in which South did lead at one point in the first half. A strange game in that there was a lot of scoring in the first half, 15 goals to be exact. And in the second half, just 4 goals in the entire half.
Exactly. It was definitely a strange game. I think North had the lead. I think they played the clock a little bit. South was struggling to get some goals and rushed a few plays. And I also didn't take advantage of some opportunities they had. Now, for those of you who watch the girls' game and now you're going to watch the boys' game, it's a little different in the boys' game. There's going to be a lot more contact, probably fewer whistles, and also they go by quarters and not halves, 12-minute quarters.
Yeah, so it ends up being actually less time, 48 minutes instead of 50, as the girls went with 2 25-minute halves. Another subtle difference, Tom, that Tim pointed out, the goals are on the 10-yard lines, if you want to go by the football measurements, whereas the girls are on the actual goal line. So the field is condensed for the boys' game, and because hitting is allowed, you're going to see a lot more body contact because it's a smaller pitch and because the players are bigger and allowed to run into each other. As you see right there, we're underway. The boys of Nashua South in the purple and white, and North, their color scheme's supposed to be navy blue and Columbia blue. They're in the white.
North in the traditional white and dark blue, and Nashua South with the
they worked some gray
purple
in
shorts and a little gray top. Yep,
yeah,
I like their uniforms.
Yeah, it's a new scheme. Pretty nice. So South's trying to come up with the first goal of the game, perhaps, as they go left to right on your TV screen. Panthers going around the perimeter of the goal. These two teams warmed up for about a half hour before this game. A lot of shooting practice. Saw some nice marksmanship before the game, especially from about 10 yards out. A lot of these players can really hum the ball with quite the velocity and accuracy.
Before the game started, you saw a nice warm embrace between Keith Bertrand and Bill Munson, the two coaches, who basically are working hard at building programs and also building the sport of lacrosse in the city of Nashua. Shot and save.
Nicely done by North's Hansla Sheikh.
Hansla Sheikh, yep, they'll split goalies. They'll probably play 2 in this game. Probably play James Petz as well.
So 2 minutes in, we're 0-0. Our first whistle there after the contact as Tyler Dubian hit the deck, but it was a foul against the Titans that gives the Panthers possession of the ball back as they try to set up a shot here behind the goal. Wheeling around, south Shane Pulio. It's out in front, and again, getting the better of the attackers was Shake. He has that pass deflected straight up in the air. He's able to get it back. tremendous pressure being put on by Shane Pulio, who is a very aggressive attack man. The emphasis on the word attack. Pulio, he has the ball right now as he trots in from the sideline, and the official whistles in the restart. Up top it goes to Devin Linscott, number 12. Linscott being marked out there by Jeffrey Baldessari. Jacob Dubian is guarding Zach Clancy, number 15 for South. Puts the spin move on, but loses
nice
control.
He had a good spin move, but a good defensive play to knock the ball away.
Jeff Baldessari eludes a double team. And another defender. Baldessari still with it across midfield. Hands it off after a nice sprint. Maybe a momentum changer there by Baldessari. Todd Redmond, number 1 for South, is Suman Morissette. So Todd Redmond playing some catch with Joseph Page. Page juking to the left, goes to the right, passes it in deep, and the double team players go flying. We have a whistle, and it's going to go against the Titans. Correction, the Titans restart with possession about 20 yards out, backing it out a little bit. Joseph Page, burst of speed. Page tried to pass it to the middle, a little miscommunication there. I think he was looking for Brendan Martin.
Get used to the contact. There was contact on that play, and there's not going to be any whistles when that happens. It's good lacrosse.
Redmond tried to feed it out into a shooting position to a teammate, but not able to connect.
Oh, good long pass, and it was just out of the reach.
Head coach for the boys lacrosse team from North, as Tom mentioned, Keith Bertrand. His assistant is Mike Chenard. The athletic trainer is Matt Gilman. South's head coach Bill Monson is assisted by Andrew Authot and Matt DeTola. Looking for the game's first goal. A defensive battle so far. Nice save by Hansela Sheik, missed in. You talked about a long time since I saw you last, Tom. I needed that double dose of Al St. Louis on the national anthem. It's been a long time
I've
since I
seen
heard
Al
it.
around.
Have you?
Yes, I've seen Al. Al
Well,
keeps,
I know you got the DVD of the recording. You just pop it in every once in a while. So
Al makes the rounds, believe me.
Spin move in front, trying to connect. Todd Redmond doing everything he can to set up a teammate, just not able to complete the pass to Troy Botari, who was in prime position for the catch and shoot one-timer. Sprinting downfield, Joe King, senior. And King checked off the ball, loose ball. He picked it up for a moment. The Panthers retain possession. Looked like Dylan Gamache came out of the crowd with it. The game's first timeout comes with 6:30 to go in the first quarter. So we've played 5.5 minutes without a goal so far here at Stello Stadium as the sun goes down over the banks of the Merrimack River.
And the sun has gone down, covered with wall-to-wall clouds. Now, both teams were tentative in that first half.
Yes.
And that is what both coaches are talking to them about. They're talking to them about trying to loosen up and get their offense going because the defense dominated in that first 6 minutes of the period.
This is the second game of a doubleheader here on Nashua TV. We had the girls' game earlier, won by North, 11-7. The standings in boys lacrosse In New Hampshire Division I, Bishop Girton up at the top at 11-1, having a great season.
Well, Pinkerton Academy beat them the other night, John. So the Astros are probably it's just a percentage away from being in first place and any tiebreaker.
Yeah, Pinkerton's got 10 wins against 1 loss. BG listed at 11-1. Bedford right behind those two at 9-1. As we wait for this game to resume after the timeout here in the first quarter of play, 0-0. The Panthers of Nashua South in their gray and purple scheme uniforms start with possession here. Sprinting through the defenders and getting a shot away. Dylan Gamache somehow missed the cage there.
This basically tells you, John, that goals are going to be hard to come by in this game.
That's right now, you're right.
Because of the way that they're so evenly matched.
North coming into the game with a record of 4-4, South at 4-5. So anybody's guess who you might call the favorite coming into this one in this intra-city rivalry game here. And within short walking distance of Nashua South, just across the river from North. Another nice looking opportunity there for South, but not able to convert, was Colin Morrow. 3-sport athlete for the then the shot and a save has Lashik. Colin Morrow, football, basketball, and lacrosse for South. He's called
good athletic year for him. Overcame an injury in football to be, play meaningful minutes down the stretch.
Yeah. Where's number 22 for the Panthers in this game?
By the way, John Collins. All right, and Tim O'Neill too. Don't be surprised if next year, and I'll tell you the next whistle. All right, we'll tease it a little bit. There'll be a change next year that we'll have to adapt to.
Does it got something to do with North-South?
Yes, it does.
Out of bounds.
All right, there's the whistle, okay?
Yeah.
North-South football, Thanksgiving Day. Try Thanksgiving Eve. They will. I'm pretty sure of it. I'm pretty sure they will switch it. The night before. Yeah, they wouldn't do it on Thanksgiving night. They would do it the night before, probably a 6 o'clock type game. To try to increase the attendance, as the attendance has fallen off and the enthusiasm has fallen off.
Interesting. Downfield pass, and when is that going to start?
Next year.
So, are you talking about this November?
I'm talking this November.
Okay. So technically this year, but next season, or this coming season.
Yeah, next school year.
Yeah. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Sure is. Both coaches would like to do it. Scott Knight and Dante Lorendi.
Who do they have to clear it through? Shot and a save.
Well, what's
Great
happened?
chance for the Titans. Still 0-0.
What's happened was Lisa Gingras sent out a survey. And she is all for it, I believe, too. She sent out a survey to parents, players, school officials, just about anybody. The mayor, I think, even got one. Just about anybody. And I got one. Just about anybody. Sorry, John, you don't count. But I needed a new tip. But I'm surprised Pete Johnson didn't get one. I would have thought he would have gotten one. Maybe. But it's a survey. I didn't complete it because I'm not I wanted to see the survey just for what it was, for the questions that are asked. But she is going to discuss. Look at the feistiness on the field. That's good lacrosse. Good push from behind. Now they're going to call that on the push from behind, I think.
Wow, it was like a brawl out there.
That is a brawl out there, and it's tough. And you've got a rivalry going on, so it's important that the referees keep it in check, and that's what they're going to try to do. And you see the official come over now to explain that call.
Tough to keep track of who did what to who in that scrum.
But Lisa Gingras will meet with the Board of Education at the end of this month to discuss the survey results. And my guess is she's not going to take up their time just to say, hey, we'll just keep it the way it is. This is something that she will go to and say, it's a community. And she said it's not just a scheduling change. It's something that the city's got to be on board with. And so that's why she's going to meet with the Board of Ed later this month to discuss it. And my guess is it will be changed.
Oh, keep an eye on that. So Todd Redmond's pass to Tyler Duvian. They missed the connection, but the Titans get it back. Redmond trying to set up another scoring chance. Connects this time, and this ball also misses the net. Joe Page wound up and fired that one, and it looked like it went to the left of the goaltender, or the right of the cage as we look at it. South's goalie, Nathan Redine. Yeah, if that sounds familiar as far as goaltenders, hockey goalie too. And he makes the save. Nate Redine, another fine save here on the lacrosse pitch. Keeps it a 0-0 contest. Is picking up the loose ball is Christian Lowell. Up ahead, Joe King. King passing it up ahead to Zachary Clancy. Clancy's in front. Maybe he's going to shoot one. He missed to the right of the goal.
And, John, I think you see one of the reasons why these two teams have struggled a little bit this year is their accuracy and their shooting. It's not there right now.
Yeah, definitely. I jinxed them talking about some accurate shooting in the warm-ups. I haven't seen it in the game yet. Now is a goal.
Yeah, that's a good move. And look at the emotion. Look at that emotion after that goal. This is a rivalry, no doubt about it. They are really into it.
Shane Pulio was working hard for that goal since the opening whistle. He gets it here with 2:22 remaining first quarter as he came out from behind the goaltender, Hansla Shake, and Shake really was left all alone with the shooter and didn't have much of a chance as Pulio went over the top for the slam dunk. 1-0 in favor of the Panthers of Nashua South.
2:22 left to play in the first period. South opens the scoring. I would say that South, just the opposite of the boys, I think South might be the slight favorite in this game.
Ronald Martin into the corner. Actually, number 3, Jeff Baldessari. I misspoke at number 3 for North. Hands it off to Todd Redmond. Redmond's trying to come out of the corner and pass it. The flag flies. The ball's in the net. And I think it's the penalty was against the Panthers, so that's going to count.
It does. Referee raises his hands in the air.
Might have been Redmond that got it. One is the score as the Titans get the equalizer. 2 minutes even to go in the first quarter of play. 12-minute quarters. They're wearing shorts. They got the memo.
You step outside at halftime. You tell me if it's shorts weather, okay?
Yeah, not anymore.
I mean, what did you think?
I told you I was
Did
out
you think
mowing the lawn today,
it
and it was
going to
80
be
degrees and sunny. It
Oh,
was hot.
it was not
it was sweaty.
80 degrees. It wasn't even close to that.
Felt like.
That's because the day before was 40.
And we're in the
Telling you,
press
Tim
box.
O'Neill, these people are mad. It was amazing, isn't it?
What? North looking for a shot here. They want to get their first lead of the game. South kind of in a zone defense here. Pass goes astray, trying to run it down. Alec Juknevich, number 12, as North does some quick substitutions on the fly. Coming out of his own end with a spin move is Max Osgood, speaking of multi-sport athletes. Basketball, football, and lacrosse. Just like Colin Morrow. Inside, shot looked like it might have ticked off the post. South thought they should have been awarded the possession.
Exactly, and they did not get it.
Titans coming out of their own end.
1-1 the score, and we're under a minute to play in the first quarter.
Good burst of speed by Mason Dane. Dane still with it.
And Dane's a scorer. He will put the ball in the net.
In front.
Nice save. Knocked away. It's amazing how the shot up close could be stopped like that.
Yeah.
Substitutions now. A lot more substitutions in boys lacrosse, with depending on the numbers. Oh, look at that check. Good hit.
Shoulder to shoulder, but it doesn't phase.
Yep, that's what's
Devin
good about
Linscott.
this game is contact. It's just the same difference between hockey, girls hockey and everything else. But ironically, with the contact, the boys' game is not as fast as the girls' game.
That great save by Hans Lashik did not go unnoticed as it keeps the score 1-1.
He almost made another one after the buzzer.
At the end of the first quarter. Shake with a great first quarter in net for the Titans.
Definitely an entertaining game here at Stello Stadium.
They don't tell us how much the break is between the quarters.
Well,
I know
it's probably
football,
going to be.
we'd go to a commercial, but
yeah, I think it's going to be just about 30 seconds to a minute.
So we'll keep it here. Football's such a gravy train, though. There's all these built-in commercial breaks for the big revenue. We don't do that in Nashua ETV, though, of course. You can watch any of our games anywhere, anytime online at nashua.easystream.com. I'm John Collins with Tom King. Tim O'Neill's on our camera. And we are looking forward to doing not only high school baseball and lacrosse, but Nashua Silver Knights are right around the corner, Tom King.
June 3rd, opening night.
Yeah, I know you've done some stories already on the upcoming season.
One's going to be in the paper on Sunday.
Excellent.
Their roster, you can go over it. You'll know all you need to know about that team.
You know, there was a time when there would be a tweak every offseason to Holman Stadium, the facility itself.
Yes.
That doesn't seem so much.
Well, there is a tweak to the facility.
What is it?
It's not one that would include you or I. All right.
Okay.
There's a couple of tweaks.
Tom knows every nook and cranny of this place.
Yes. New dugouts.
New dugouts.
Yes, renovated dugouts. And
so
the
no
home dugout
anymore?
First base dugout will be done before the Silver Knights season starts. The third base dugout will be done in the fall after the home is basically shut down.
What's new compared to the old? Are they putting cushioned seats in there, or what?
I'm not even sure. I can't really tell. Yeah, the new roof. Yeah, but there's more to it too. I think upper shelf. For bat rack.
Okay.
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah.
But Tim O'Neill can't take the camera out and show. Well, I'll try it at some point next time out, maybe just before the half. But I'll show you what else is new. And what else is new is the Tom King Lounge.
What?
Up there has a new sign on it. The Tom King office has a brand new sign.
Yeah, that's the signage usually changes every year around the outfield fences.
No, we're talking about the office in the press box.
Okay.
Scott.
Oh, I see.
And here it is, right here, as you can see, the bobblehead and a little bit.
That's pretty good.
I did not do that. Ronnie Wallace did that.
Graphics.
Yep.
Yeah. We are just about set for the start of the second
quarter. You can't probably zoom in on this right now, Tim O'Neill, can you? No, I didn't think so. Camera is zoomed right. Oh,
viewers
are
spared.
Start. Yeah, they are spared. We'll show it at some point.
Just get it to Pete and put it up on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
The Titans starting off the second quarter with possession. And making great ground.
Oh, look at that hit.
Spectacular hit.
Spectacular hit, but an injury may be on the play as the player's down briefly.
Now, the player that's down, Joe Page, taking the hit from Christian Lowell, a very un-Christian hit.
It was, he didn't low bridge him, but basically I think Page's momentum carried him over. So,
but I got to say, Lowell protested immediately that there was anything uncouth or illegal about
Page
that.
is up. I mean, it's a big hit, and he's does a somersault and lands on the turf, so that hurts a little bit.
But Page threw himself in there like Derek Jeter into the foul ball seats. I mean, he was just coming for the
right.
He was going for broke. I don't know. That's what I think what Lowell was protesting. It's like he came at me and just went flying. I don't know what I was supposed to do. So It's going to be a restart. Titans with possession. They do stop the clock on that hit. 11:39 to go in the half. Just 21 seconds into this second quarter. And Page is up there. He's ready to play, number 15.
And we are completely overcast now. I don't think we're going
Yeah.
to see the sun for the rest of this game.
Right. Which is beginning to look more like yesterday all of a sudden.
It is.
Page with it. Do something if he got off the
Good
turf.
spread offense by the Titans. Now they penetrate a little bit. So now they'll see if they can get a runner to the goal and a one-timer.
You got a hexagon set up here, do the Titans. That one just too hot to handle.
Think of each possession almost when it's like this, almost like a hockey power play.
Right. And that one is just deflected. Getting in the shooting lane was Max Osgood.
Yeah, and a good play that right there by Osgood to do that.
Being patient, the Titans looking for an opening and snagged right out of the sky by the goaltender.
Great defense by Nashua South.
Nate Radine.
Forcing North to have to make an extra pass. And look at this bounce and the pickup of the ground ball.
Nice grab by Colin Morrow. Morrow dancing around.
See, Morrow's small, but he's quick.
And that great hand-eye coordination. Drew a cheer from the crowd as he grabbed that high hopper. There's a fire. Just wildly missing the net was Devin Linscott as he hit the turf.
Again, John, you can tell the difference in the accuracy of the shooters. It's not there.
Right. I mean, it's one thing to play the game at a fast pace, but at some point you got to lock in and know where that net is.
Yeah, you got to be able to get some accuracy, and I think that's a little bit of what separates some of the better programs is the fact that their shooters are much more accurate. I think we talked about, we've had Girton against.
Oh, right.
Other teams.
Right.
What is the one thing I always talk about?
Shooting accuracy.
Yeah, and they've got it.
And even at a dead sprint, some of those guys are deadly accurate, and that's difference between the winners and the losers.
Nice give and go, and there's a score.
Just about a slam dunk there for Sean Holland.
Yeah, Holland
quarterback.
on the move. Sean Holland on the move, gets it and shoots a one-timer that basically Sheik had no chance at. And now South regains the lead at 2-1. 10:03 to play first half.
So goal for Shane Pulio and a goal for Sean Holland. 2 goals. Holland is a sophomore. The draw at center of the field. Just a few ticks over. 10 minutes to go. First half action here at Stello Stadium. Coming up with the loose ball is Jeff Baldessari. Immediately double teamed as he gives it up to Todd Redmond. Redmond, the playmaker, likes to hang out behind the net, which is where he's headed. Paying the price as he gets stick checked several times. Out in front, shot. It's off the side of the goal. Fooled some of the fans.
Yes, it sure did. They thought it was a goal.
They're still applauding,
but
they were on the wrong side of that.
Fooled me too until I saw the reaction of the goalie.
Calmly,
Panthers looking to get a 2-goal edge here. No one has had that in this game. It was 1-0 South. North tied it, and South went ahead 2-1.
Pulio going wide. Pulio puts the brakes on.
Got to be careful. He doesn't want to lose possession. In that deep, you want to at least get a shot. He's going to get one right here.
Oh, he just puts it in. Pulio using that superior quickness again with his second goal of the game.
He moved as though he was going to go to the other opposite way. I think when he reversed directions the first time, that fooled the defense to the point where they expected it again. He didn't do it, and he had the edge with the quickness around the corner. I wish I could drive like that and get that, turn around a corner like that.
Yeah, well, maybe you need to get one of those little cars, Prius or something.
No, I got a little car. The Celica's still small, but it's on its way out. I think in 2 months from now, it won't be ready. Starting to hear a lot of noise when I make certain turns and everything else.
You just got yourself all kinds of emails and phone calls from every car dealership in Nashua.
Yes, I did. Well, hey, bring it on.
Tom's in the market. It doesn't happen too often, folks.
No, hasn't happened in 16 years.
Wow. That thing has made a lot of trips to Foxborough.
It sure has.
As many as Tom Brady has. Almost.
It's been around. It's been around as long as Tom Brady.
Yeah, it has. Downfield. Is it true he came up with a $200 cookbook?
Yes. For all that nutrition stuff that they preach at TB12.
Shot and a save.
Nice save by Sheik.
Another one by Sheik. It's been terrific. But the Panthers still up 3-1. Right in front, and another goal.
Do they count it? The whistle blew. Do they count it?
It's the question.
As he was falling down, it's a classic goal as he was coming down.
Zach Clancy was horizontal when that ball crossed the goal line. And a timeout
by Nashua North as they have been beaten by South's quickness, and they trail 4-1, 8:55 to play in the first half.
They've got to come up with an answer to that, Tom, a solution, or it's going to be a long evening for the Titans, down by 3 goals here pretty early.
They're going to have to be more physical, John.
Yeah.
You know?
Don't let those attackers come out of
They're going to have to be more physical, but they're also going to have to try to work to get possession of the ball and score when they do.
4 quarters
Lacrosse is often a game, just like in basketball. It's a game, more so than in hockey, it's a game of runs.
Mm-hmm.
And to be able to get those runs, you're going to have to need the ball, and you're going to need to score quickly. And I'm sure what Keith Bertrand is telling his team right now is don't panic, but shoot quick. It's early. We still have, over 2.5 quarters left to play in the game. You're only down 3 goals. We can get that back in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm. Panthers came into this game with a record of 4-5, and North has played 1 fewer game with a record of 4-4. North's next game after this Battle of the Bridge contest will be at Merrimack on Monday, as we record this on a Friday, May 6th. South, meantime, is going to play their next game on Monday as well, and they have a long road trip. They're going to Hanover.
Yep.
South is. Face off, loose ball on the ground.
That's an awfully long trip and a good home field advantage for Hanover to be able to, tougher team to get off the bus after a 2-hour ride and play at peak value. There's a pass and a shot and a goal. Super pass made on that play by Mason Dane. I think he's your long stick midi, and he comes right down and makes a great pass, a great feed, and a score on the run. That is exactly how you draw it up if you're a fan of the Titans or a coach of the Titans. You wanted a quick goal, you got one.
Did you catch the goal score on that one?
I couldn't see from the other side. Might have been Redmond.
Might have been number 1.
Might have been Redmond on that side.
4-2, a much needed goal for the Titans. It caught me looking down at the standings.
North-south, John, standings don't matter.
Hanover's a tough team. They've only got a couple losses, and they scored 17 goals in their last game to win this Memorial. The Titans looking to make this a 1-goal game here if they can, as Joe Page circles around with it near side, looking for an opening, either to sprint out and try to slam dunk one home or feed a teammate. Page with a move, wrap around, save right into the netting of the goaltender, Nate Radin. So sort of like a hockey play there, coming out from behind the net, trying to wrap around. The goaltender met him right at the post. In front, Reception,
what a
bounce, and it missed. Oh,
What
a
a
stiff
hit.
in front of the net, separating the shooter.
But here's a
Josh
shot
Martin
to
from his
score
stick.
as everything was moved to the left of the goal, and it was a wide lane for the goal scorer as he fired a blast that Sheik had no chance on.
Dylan Gamache.
Everything was off to the other side, and then it was an open lane on this side closest to us, and Gamache had a clear angle, and that, John, was an accurate shot.
Yeah.
That's what you want, is that kind of accuracy. 5-2 in favor of South. So no scoring early on in this game. All of a sudden, the goals are coming fast and furious. And I think one of the reasons, too, John, is a little bit of fatigue. You're running around a lot, you're a little tired.
Yep. Some accurate shooting doesn't hurt either. And seizing that 3-goal lead again, the Panthers up 5-2 with 7.5 minutes to go in the first half. Loose ball is going to be scooped up by the Titans. Mason Dane had it, gave it up to Baldessari, who gives it up to Tyler Dubian. Dubian taking it far side. Hands it off. Back to Dubian, playing catch with Todd Redmond over there. Dubian holding the stick in one hand, being stick checked furiously.
Yeah, a lot of good defense on that play.
Josh Martin, number 21, and we have a whistle.
Yep, violation.
Goes against the Titans. Long stick defender sprinting out of his own end is Max Osgood, who lowers the shoulder like a tight end will.
No kidding. We've seen Osgood for 3 sports. Football, basketball, lacrosse.
Spin move. Dylan Gamache, who just scored that goal, tried to thread a pass into Devin Linscott, but the defender in the passing lane
You've got a
was
3-goal.
Jacob Dubian.
You've got a 3-goal lead. You can afford to kind of wait around for the better shot and not have to force any plays. With 6.5 minutes to play in the half, you take a couple minutes off the clock. So what? It's good. It's in your favor. Your clock's in your favor. Even going into half, if you can limit North to 2 or 3 goals by halftime, you're in the driver's seat.
True. Downfield come the Panthers. Shane Pulio.
Nice fast break.
And
That's
the
a
score,
great fast break.
Colin Morrow.
Morrow on the fast break with the pass from Pulio all the way down. That is a typical fast break play in lacrosse. And guess what, John? The Panthers have assumed control of this game at 6-2.
2 of the faster players on the pitch teaming up for speed and more speed that produced that goal. And a 4-goal lead for the Titans with 6:06 remaining first half. That one excited the fans here at Stellos.
It sure did.
We've been filing in
it's
more steadily.
A game. Yeah, it's a game for the lacrosse community. You don't get this kind of a crowd at most of the other games.
And it's after work for most people here on a Friday.
On a Friday night. Almost feels like we should be setting up for a 7 o'clock football game.
I know. We've had some warmer days for football. We certainly have.
Yeah, we sure. I mean, this is just ridiculous for spring. You know?
Right.
We're in May.
Yeah.
John, the pool's got to open up in 3 weeks. Come on, I can't have this
going on. Change on that. It's climate change going on. In front, the Panthers still with it. Shot off the post, it looked like.
Off-balance shot. That's why it hit the post. Falling to the ground. It was Zach Clancy as he tried to get that ball out of his basket in time. And that little lunge forward made him lean to the left and shoot across his body, and that's why it hit the post.
Zach Clancy has already scored 1 goal while being laid out horizontally on the pitch, and that time tried it again, but it hit the goaltender's shake and then hit the post. Colin Morrow flings it behind the goal, comes out in front. Morrow missed to the left. Tried to catch and shoot from 15 yards out. Morrow winds up and misses again on the feed from behind the net. Looked like Pulio was just setting him up, feeding the point. As Tom mentioned, that had the look of a hockey power play. And
And
back
here's
to
a
the
shot
point
right
again.
here.
What a save by Shake,
Yeah,
and
it
he
was
collects it.
one-on-one. Shake did a good job to see the shot.
Look at that interception in space there by Dylan Gamache. Gamache holds on to it.
You gotta
take care of the ball.
Well, no, you gotta credit the goaltenders when they make saves
yeah.
like that, because here's the thing that you have to do, and I'll tell you in a second.
And he
after
controlled
this
the
play.
rebound too, but that time Morrow sneaks it through.
Yeah, Sheik went down looking to play the bounce, and the ball just bounced by him. But one thing the goaltender has got to do is he's got to identify where the ball is. Not an easy play, not an easy thing to do sometimes. Who's got it? Where are they going with it?
Right.
You know? Sheik saw that earlier shot. He identified the shooter, identified when it would come, and he was able to make the save. That time he identified the shooter and when it would come, and he had the angle right. He just got beat by the bounce.
As the score indicates, the Panthers up 7-2, and
4:44 to go in the half.
The time of possession, Tom, they switch ends between quarters here.
We are going through exactly what we went through in the second half of that girls' game, where they
looking
were
to one
looking
side.
to one side all the time. Now here comes North, just as we say it.
Right, trying to break through that momentum that
Dylan
Panthers
Salazar
have.
with it.
Redmond has it behind the goal. Titans desperately want a goal here, trailing by 5. Redmond is double teamed and will go back behind the cage. Puts the brakes on, now he continues on around. Loses it on the ground. He took a step before he recognized that it was on the ground.
Keith Bertrand wanted the call, and he got it.
Max Osgood protesting that he did nothing wrong. Osgood with that long stick trying to keep
Possession
Redmond at bay.
North. They got to stem the tide somehow. Shot goes wide. Titans, I believe, will retain possession, and they do.
A little frustration on the part of Redmond there. I don't think he saw it.
Here's a chance right here.
He scores.
Oh, what a great play by Redmond, John, because you know what he wanted to do? He wanted to come in close, and then he saw all of a sudden the defenders coming at him, and he ducked down and shot it underneath them and made the goal. That's an accurate shooter's goal. He may have lost his balance a little bit doing it, but he got that score. And it's 7-3 in favor of the Panthers.
Persistence pays for Todd Redmond with his second goal, and now it's a question of whether the Titans can continue it and make it a game of run in their favor. Get back into this thing, trailing by 4.
Yeah, may have been premature by calling the sun, as it's kind of peeking through the clouds and reflecting off the water in the background.
Gets lighter later here.
But doesn't it look like November?
Yeah, Joe Page, and a save is made by Redine.
That's a big save.
Page was accurate, he had a lot on it, but he just could not get it by the Panther goaltender. And the Titans will try again. Redmond reverses direction, being marked by Osgood again. And almost a one-timer. And Redine makes the save. We've got a whistle. What's this? The flag is on the field.
So there's going to be a man up. Somebody. Push.
So the Titans get a break. They retain possession.
Yeah, nobody in the box right now. So you know the yellow. Now they set up from the top, but they've got to be quick. There's 3:17 to play in the half. You're going to want to get a goal here and cut into that 5-goal lead that South had.
Troy Botari is out there, number 7 for the Titans, with some possession. Now the ball works its way around to Redmond again, coming out on the opposite side of the net this time as he tries to use the net as a pick to run Osgood off as the defender. Keeping an eye on Redmond is the goaltender Redine and Osgood. Redmond looking for a teammate to pass to, looking for some movement without the ball.
Let's see here.
Circles around.
It's
Osgood gives him a shove. He's 15 yards out before you know it.
There's
a Page and a goal.
Oh, what a great goal. It's a nice pass, but Page with the left-handed shot is able to find that corner, and he does, and makes it count.
I believe Page and Redmond have all the goals for the Titans.
I think you're right.
And that was great teamwork that time. So they're actually going to need more from them if they're going to have a chance to come back and win this thing with 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Scrum at the 50. Circling. Redmond has it. The Titans are liking how the last 5 minutes have gone as the ball's been in the possession of Todd Redmond for much of that time. Setting up goals. He might have another one. He does. Redmond gets himself a hat trick here in this first half.
Now the question is, with the momentum change, does Munson call timeout with 2:39 to play? It looks like he's going to do just that. Timeout on the field. Nashua South had a 7-2 lead, and all of a sudden 3 straight goals by the Titans, and it's now 7-5. 2:39 to play first half.
Well, if you're a fan of tight contests and hard-fought games as we are, that's exactly what the doctor ordered there, a run of goals by the Titans to get back in this game and not allow it to become a lopsided affair. Certainly the girls' game was close throughout, and there was a very exciting and entertaining game to watch, and looks like we got more of the same here in the boys' game. As timeout on the field, this time called by the Panthers of Nashua South.
Well, what North's done, John, is they've gone to their scores.
Yeah.
I think during that timeout, I'm sure that North
Get the
had
ball
earlier
in the hands of your best players.
that Keith Bertram appealed to his scores and said, look, I need you guys right now. We need you to get going. And they did.
Make plays. So it looks like we got Redmond with a hat trick and Page with a couple. And on the south side of the ledger, 7 goals were scored. One by Dylan Gamache, a couple by Shane Pulio. Sean Holland got a goal, Zach Clancy, and 2 by Colin Morrow. 7-5. The Panthers are still in the lead, but they are reeling from a flurry of goals by the Titans. Let's see what happens on this face-off. With 2:29 to go, the Titans obviously have designs on trying to tie this thing up before halftime arrives. And a lot can be dictated by these draws at midfield to decide who will have Lady momentum on their side or not. And the Panthers desperately trying to pick this thing up. The Titans have a shot at it, and we have a whistle just as it looked like North was going to come away with it.
And South retains possession.
Dylan Salazar was number 5 in there.
This is a big possession right here.
It certainly is.
Yeah. This is the first time they've had it in a while.
South playing some catch. Devin Linscott tosses it near side here. Dylan Gamache, the senior. Sean Holland in the mix. With it now is Linscott, number 12. Linscott trying to come out of the corner. Double team, gives it up. A risky pass there.
I'd look for Gamache in this play.
Inside, and just leveled. The flag flies. They're going to call, I don't know, was it a stick to the face? Or
call interference.
Pretty sure Morrow had gotten a piece of that pass just at the moment he was hit. So I don't know if you can call it interference. You might call it a blow to the head. And a lot of that, Morrow is pretty much well under 6 feet, and I guess the player that hit him probably a 6-foot-plus defender, and you just got a mismatch on. You put your hands up, and you're automatically hitting the small player in the head, but still got to be whistled. And the Panthers retain possession with a few ticks under 2 minutes left to go in the first half. And South had a 5-goal lead. They're up 2 now, and they really want to make a statement here.
There's a give and go.
Off the post. Clang, clang, clang. It went off the left post.
What a pretty play. There's a shot right here. Nope.
Passed it up in front. Loose ball, and pouncing on it
is Sheik.
Sheik like he
On
was
his hands
trapping
and knees, like he's scrubbing the floor.
Was that an own goal?
He
They
dropped
wave it off. They wave it off? What happened there?
I don't know.
Timeout was called.
Timeout. I think Sheik called timeout before he dropped it.
Wow. That's fortunate. That could have been an own
It sure
goal.
is. It could have been an own goal with 1:23 left.
I was going to say Sheik looked like a grizzly bear trapping a salmon there as he grabbed that ball, and he almost negated his great save by throwing it back in his own net on the recoil. So 1:23 left, first half, a strategic timeout there by the Titans. Something you see in basketball often. They'll burn a timeout just to retain possession of the ball when you see a player down on the court. The opponent's trying to seize it and make it a jump ball. It's still Titans ball. They're able to stave off the South attack, and they have a chance to make it a one-goal game here before halftime arrives, or better. Lights are on at Stellos.
Yes, they are. Yeah, I believe that Nate Mazeral went over to Daily Joy, the park rec attendant, and asked him to get the lights on because it's starting to get to that point. And the reason is because it's 6:54, it's cloudy and it's cold and it's not shorts weather.
Yeah.
That's why. There's a lot of overcast. We're grateful for the clouds in a way because we don't have the sun in our eyes. But it is chilly.
The Titans coming out of their own end.
What a great play by Sheik, though, to just basically try to smother the ball. It is basically almost the equivalent of a dump in when he tried to throw it in, and it worked. Backfires as South will retain possession, get possession. Find the Panthers. Got 1:05 to play.
Play for the last shot.
Play for the last shot and try to get the perfect goal, but I don't think they will, though. I think the game is too fast to be able to do that successfully.
Morrow. Gamache changes direction, ekes his way closer to the goal. Marking him closely is Jeff Baldessari. Behind the net, Shane Pulio with it. He's trying to go one-on-one with the defender Todd Redmond. Oh, excuse me, number 8 is Schaefer Rancourt. Schaefer Rancourt in front, shot goal. Morrow and Pulio teaming up again.
That's the equivalent of a layup in basketball. That's like here, just the underhand pass, and you're right on the basket with nobody there. Great positioning by Morrow to work his way in front.
Morrow with the hat trick.
That's the goal they need. 26.9 seconds left. They needed to stop that momentum, and you got a 3-goal game.
Yep.
Now, the Titans, can they get the draw and return the favor?
Morrow having a great game for the Panthers, similar to Todd Redmond having a great game for the Titans.
And in North's case, I would play for the last shot here.
Yeah.
I would not want to give South the ball back again.
Of course, it's all dependent on who wins the draw here. Midfield. With scant time remaining. That ball to pop up in the air, it does, and it's going to be South running it down. Morrow, dangerous player for the Titans to face here in the last 15 seconds. He changes direction, hands it off to Gamache. 10 seconds left to go. I don't know if Gamache is aware of that. It's 7 seconds. He's getting further and further away from the net, and they're going to elect not to shoot it. Interesting.
Interesting play.
Why not?
I don't know. I would try to go for one more goal.
Why not? Just
but
take some
you go into
practice.
halftime up 8-5, and that's still in your favor.
It is an advantage for the Panthers as we go to the break. John Collins with Tom King, Tim O'Neill on camera. We have an exciting second half conclusion coming up here on Nashua TV. It's Battle of the Bridge, Boys Lacrosse, South up 8-5 at the break. Come back with us right after this.
The New Hampshire Interscholastic Athletic Association presents the Life of an Athlete program. Life of an Athlete focuses on the choices our New Hampshire student athletes make on and off the field.
My name is Corey Hassan, former professional basketball player and current basketball trainer and coach, and I believe in the importance of steering clear from all tobacco products.
My name is Kevin Nolan from Nashua, New Hampshire. I play for the New Hampshire Fisher Cats, and I believe in the importance of not using chewing tobacco.
Learn more at loanh.org.
Welcome back, everybody, to the second half here at Stellos Stadium in Nashua, where we have the Panthers scoring immediately, just 10 seconds into the second half. Goal was scored by number 15, Joe Page, attacking immediately. South's number 15 is Zach Clancy. I got Clancy with his second goal. So 9-5. Back to a 4-goal lead for the Panthers right off the opening possession. So breaking the action here as we reset. I feel that was an unusual start to the second half, Tom. It was like not a midfield draw. They gave the Panthers possession, a free position in.
Well, they're
the
discussing it
offensive
now.
zone.
So,
And it turned into a quick goal for the Panthers.
well, it seems like a night game, doesn't it?
Yeah. The goal is going to count, and it's 9-5 in favor of the Panthers of Nashua South there. Wearing the gray uniform tops, purple shorts to the left of your screen, and the Titans of North in the two shades of blue and the white jerseys on the screen to your right as we go for the draw at midfield. Third quarter action. This is Joe Page, number 15, with possession, far side. He puts the brakes on. Morrow guarding him. Back up top it goes to Tyler Dubian. He's got Josh Martin watching him, number 21. Martin avoids a pick. Dubian back to Redmond, the playmaker behind the net. Redmond puts a burst on. Osgood marking him. Redmond working his way past the goal line, now back behind the cage. The wraparound.
Stave.
And Osgood might have got that long stick in there in the middle of that shot. Made it go well wide of the goal. Substitution there for South as I saw Morrow sprinting off the field. North's going to try to go right to the goal and score. Pass misses to the left of the cage.
Titans need a goal. We're back where they were before when they were down 7-2. They're only down 4, but still. South's got 2 goals, and they need to get the momentum back. 10:40 to play, third quarter.
Redmond out front.
He's been the best player by far in this
Behind
game.
the neck, behind the head.
He is talented, isn't he?
Yes. Todd
Definitely
Redmond with his 4th goal of the game.
Definitely a lacrosse player, no doubt about it.
I'm not sure that Nate Radin saw where that ball came from as it came over the left shoulder of Todd Redmond as he sprinted to the right of the cage. Nine to 6. It's a 3-goal game again.
Intense draw. I love this draw, don't you?
Yeah. It's like a wrestling match.
It is. It's one of the most intense play. It can be one of the most intense plays in the sport.
Desperately trying to scoop that up. Finally, Baldessari is able to do that. And Baldessari still has it as he sprints 10, 20, 30 yards down the field.
It has gotten dark and it is
Chilly.
It's a chilly night
Off
game.
of the frame.
Post.
Baldessari nearly went the distance. Redmond takes a stiff hit, but he maintains possession of the ball. Christian Lowell was all over him with the shoulder and the stick check, and Redmond still has it. And Lowell's still standing with him, his shadow. Whacking at him. There's a foul. It's going to be called against Lowell. In front, and the whistle, it's going to go against, Lowell's going to go to the penalty box. The Panthers will be shorthanded, it appears, for a moment. I saw a flag fly, maybe perhaps just a restart in favor of the Titans. They work it in front. Joe Page with it. Tyler Dubian, number 20. We don't have a 22 on the roster, unfortunately. I don't know if that's Greg Stanton, maybe. Maybe 27. Could be Greg Stanton. Who is number 22. Slings it down to Redmond, who goes to his office behind the net. Stanton's shot goes off of the defender, Sean Murphy's leg, and getting that ricochet was Ronald Martin.
Oh, intercepted in a big play for Redmond. He is the MVP of this game for Nashua North. No doubt about it as he makes the pick and then goes in and scores. Great play by Redmond on the interception and the goal.
And I just saw the head coach for South Tom take his cap and fling it up in the air behind him. Frustration.
Sure.
Stop Todd Redmond.
Because all
don't
of a
give
sudden,
him the ball.
Don't give him the ball. Yeah, but all of a sudden we are back to a tight game. 9-7, 8:50 to play third quarter. A lot of lacrosse left to play in this game.
Yes, sir. Those 2 goals separate the 2 teams. And a draw at midfield. It looked like that Miles Johnson was about to take it. Instead, it looks like Max Osgood's going to step up, number 17, against Joe Page. It's a basketball player and a hockey player coming together here out in the middle of the field. Play some.
I'll tell you what, you want to see all the hockey players in Girton? They're all playing lacrosse right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
A couple of them are playing baseball. Blazak.
It's the same type of adrenaline rush, I think, for these guys, the hockey and lacrosse.
Well, lacrosse is their scholarship sport, John.
Right.
That's where it's easy. That's where the scholarships are, and that's where a lot of these kids are doing. Oh, what a goal, Redmond again! He is unbelievable. He is absolutely on fire.
6 goals for Redmond, and we are only a few minutes
and
into
I'm
the
all
third
choked
quarter.
up about it. 8:37 to play third quarter. Redmond was 6.
That was not an easy shot. I mean,
none of his shots were that easy.
Well, he had a couple of slam dunks. But
but the fallaways, the wrist shots
the
underneath,
head.
the whole bit. I mean, it's unbelievable.
That one just got inside the far post about waist high.
The difference between Redmond and some of the other players out here is Redmond not only has some accuracy, but he can also create his own shot.
He's got a couple of assists, too, if I'm not mistaken. Joe Page picks up that loose ball. That's a key skill. Nice reception there by the Titans.
Well, let's watch number 1 and see where he is.
Page splits everybody, loses it, though, as he took some body checks. Colin Morrow wants to reassert himself.
They
Remember
would be better off keeping it in Redmond's hands.
Morrow dominated in the first half. And they're going to whistle that dead.
Whistle that dead, the flag.
Fans don't like the call. Calling for a replay. I don't think there is replay, and I know there's no replay in lacrosse. Has not worked its way into this game yet. Is lacrosse still the national sport of Canada? It's always like a trivia question.
It's like the national spring sport of Canada, I think. That's
okay,
what it is.
yeah,
That's
let's be
what they do
fair.
it,
Yeah. I think they might have changed that in that they made them, like Tom said, the co-sports and national sports. There used to be a trivia question that you'd automatically get wrong. You'd think it was ice hockey. I think they both share that spotlight now, according to the Canadian legislature. Anything involves passing a goalie and vicious body checks, the Canadians are all in. It is an exciting sport to watch and to play. And interception by the Titans, nicely done. In goal for North, James Petz. Hasn't had a lot of action in this half.
No, but this is traditional
What a
for
long
them.
pass that
They
was.
They split the goalies. That's their tradition.
Dubian's trying to make his goaltender an assist.
Watch out.
Here.
Yep.
What happened? You got a turnover. Goes against the Titans. They give up that possession.
They do, and that's a tough possession to give up. They've got to get Redmond back involved. There he is right there, number 1 at the 35-yard line, watching the play go downfield.
Osgood just sprinted about 1.5 basketball courts, and he realized he was only not even a half midfield of the lacrosse pitch. And a timeout being called by the Panthers. I imagine they had possession when the whistle blew. So 7 minutes to go, and Coach Monson wants to say a few words. Looks like he's being rather emphatic with some of the players about the type of play that he wants to see and that perhaps he is not seeing. 9-8 is the score. This thing has tightened up dramatically thanks to one Todd Redmond. 6 goals, a sophomore. College is expensive these days. And as Tom mentioned, there's a lot of scholarship money on the table for
Lacrosse.
some of these
sports,
players.
swimming, lacrosse, a lot of sports you don't. Lacrosse has become a big scholarship sport over the years.
And if you are Todd Redmond's high school guidance counselor / scholarship agent, you are in a good position right now.
I've already signed him.
Yeah. Just a recommendation. I saw a documentary regarding college lacrosse recently. It's a 10-year anniversary for Duke, and you probably know the story. I won't go in depth, but I think the title of the documentary is Fantastic Lies. It's on Netflix. It's very interesting. If you like the criminal justice system.
I don't get Netflix. You know?
You don't get Netflix?
No, I don't have it.
It's about that Duke lacrosse scandal where they were falsely accused.
Right.
And where they are 10 years later. A learning experience for all involved.
I'd have to learn how to use Netflix.
Yes. It's an app that goes on your phone, but the problem, I think, the stumbling block for you, it's like $5 a month or something like that. That's not happening. See? I knew it. An insurmountable obstacle. Tom, you have to pay for something you get off the internet.
Certain things I won't pay for.
He of the journalistic
Look at
profession.
this.
Shot in a goal.
And that's a big goal because it breaks the momentum.
Hasn't been heard from for quite a while. The junior attack man gets his team back on the board. And Coach Monson may get an assist on that one. Calling the timeout. Pep talk, the instructions. 10 seconds later, the Panthers are back on the scoreboard. And they're double digits now, 10-8. Pulio with his 3rd goal of the game. Let me see if I have the tally correct. 4, 5, 7, 10. Yes. Hat trick for Pulio to join Morrow in that category.
Wait, Tanner, what's Rushton's record?
Face-off, midfield. 6:42 to go, 3rd quarter. As the referee peers over the players. All kind of squirts out this time, doesn't pop in the air, and that yields
look at that contact.
Yeah.
Good job to hold on to it by South.
Scooping
Great
it up.
job to hold on to it.
On the run, Sean Holland.
Loses it, though, with that pass.
And Dylan
All
Salazar.
right, let's see where he is. Numero uno. He is down on the 20-yard line and down on the 15, and the whistle blows, and we'll see. Oh, we got an injury down the other end. That's why.
Oh, I thought you were looking at that.
No, I was looking at
Okay.
it down. I was looking for where Redmond was.
Oh, I see. When you said, I thought you had
No, he's down at the
Yeah.
20-yard line down the other way.
Yeah, I
Like
was
the
looking
ball.
at that player, and I said, wow, I didn't know how you knew his number was 1 because it's obscured from our view right now exactly which uniform number has been injured for the Nashua South Panthers. There's an injury timeout down in the field. Shane Pulio bringing the injured player's lacrosse stick to the sideline. And that's not a good sign. The player obviously won't be needing the stick because they will need help off the field apparently. Athletic trainer Matt Gilman, I believe that is, out there on the field assisting the player who is up on his sitting up right now, and it is number 11. It is Sean Holland, the high school quarterback and sophomore, is on his feet and he's getting a nice round of applause. I think he was looking around for his lacrosse stick there for a second, saying, what happened to it? And Pulio had already brought it to the sideline. So Holland is making his way off the field under his own power. I do see that he's got a brace on the right, or a compression sleeve on his right knee. I don't know if that's an injury that he's got to be aware of. Describing to the trainer what happened there exactly as he makes his way off the field. 6:18 to go, third quarter. Quite a close contest right now, 10-8 in favor of the Panthers of Nashua South. But the question is, just how many goals can Todd Redmond score before this thing's over? Redmond has possession, he has the ball. As he coasts behind the goal, being watched like a hawk by Nate Radine and Max Osgood, the defender, with a long stick there in Redmond's face. Redmond's got that quickness, and it's anybody's guess what he's going to do next. He comes out, tries to run off a pick. Taking heavy hits there from South's Brett Roy, number 5. Asserted himself to force the player wide.
Shot hard and a save.
Got a shot away, and he's getting up slowly. Dubian's hurt. No, they whistled, but he was to his feet.
I think he just slipped on the shot.
Yeah.
But
The official
see,
thought
John,
it might have been more
you
severe.
gotta let Redmond get a shot there. He's got to be your guy. No, you don't want. I know. If you're
You
a
know
coach,
what? No, I've got to credit Brett Roy for stepping up and administered a body check to Redmond and discouraged him from taking another shot.
But that's just it. You get good play by him. But
Yeah.
that's the thing is, if you're
and that could be coaching on the part of the
if you're
Panthers.
the Titans, yeah, I'll definitely get a body on Redmond.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. But if you're the Titans, you want Redmond with the ball.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know,
He has been your hot hand.
I'm going to say this: double-digit goal score, 10 goals is not out of the question for Todd Redmond in this game. He's got 6 already. But the Panthers are going to do everything in their power not to let him get there.
Right.
Goal. That was Dylan Gamache, who ripped one from about 10 yards
He's got
away.
a hard shot. I liked his shot when I saw it in the first half.
Yeah, I think he prides himself in the velocity
So
that he can
all
generate.
of a sudden,
and
it's back to a 3-goal lead. And
yeah, 11-8.
5:08 to play in the third quarter.
So we'll see what happens here as we set up for the face-off at midfield. And the face-off is won by the Panthers. Miles Johnson came out with it, able to feed it up ahead. Avoiding some severe stick checking, Joe Callahan, number 25, works it downfield. Callahan now backing off with Salazar in front of him. Ball ends up all the way behind the goal. Pulio.
Oh, right in
feed,
front.
goal.
Yeah, right in front. Great pass by Pulio in the feed.
And
Did a
number
great
12
job.
is Devin Linscott with
He
his
spotted Linscott
first
all
goal.
alone and gets him the ball very quickly. And again, you catch that ball, you got to make it a quick shot, and he does. And now, some breathing room for the Panthers, up 12-8.
If I do recall correctly, Tom, the head coach of the Panthers, Bill Monson, called the timeout when the score was 9-8. And since then, the Panthers have responded.
Because
to the
who hasn't really touched the ball since
Redmond
then?
hasn't
Yeah,
been allowed to do his thing. That was part of the coaching, I am sure. It generated 3 scoring opportunities that the Panthers came away with goals, and Redmond was denied the one time that he touched it following that timeout. So it's a game of adjustments, just like many sports, and the Panthers have certainly adjusted and reasserted themselves here in the third quarter. 4:20 to go. Or it's about 15, 16 minutes of lacrosse left to be played in this one. The Panthers trying to add to that lead. In front, just lost the handle. The ball got kicked. And nice job of seizing on it by Mason Dane with that longer stick. Dane still has it.
Yep, he's going to make a fast
Great
break here.
speed downfield.
Trying to get it to Redmond, and it's picked off.
Osgood. Wow, these guys are adept at handling those long sticks.
I think they're loosening it up right now in the game. The game has got some flow to it now.
And a shot and a save is made.
On his knees is Pets.
Pets, nice job. His pass upfield might have been deflected, but collecting it on the fly is Dylan Salazar. Salazar gets it
There's
up ahead.
Redmond.
Goal!
Redmond got it all alone. No one within 5 yards. That's not what Munson wanted.
No. And boy, you talk about making the most of your touches.
You had to shoot it. You had to get it. He's just incredible. They've got to find a way to keep the ball away from him. Now,
7 goals for Todd Redmond.
Yep, 3:33. And he's only he's a sophomore.
That's
He's going to be around for a while.
Oh.
3:33 left to play in the third quarter. All right. Now I don't know if South had a game yesterday. I don't think they did. North did. They had to play Souhegan. So fatigue could end up being a factor in the fourth quarter. Watch that.
Well, you got Max Osgood on Redmond. They're actually having a conversation over there. Big disparity in heights, but I think they both have tremendous
Osgood
stamina.
is telling him, "You're not scoring again, buddy."
Something like that. Yeah, both those guys seem to have be in great shape. Matching each other step for step. It's just Redmond's got so many moves. Taking the ball wide. Tyler Dubian. Dubian still has it. Number 20. Guarding him is Josh
All right,
Martin.
where is numero uno?
He's got it behind the goal.
Yep, there he is.
Going to work, and Osgood. Here we go again. The spin move. Around in front. Pass. Collected.
Score.
Goal. Did he pick that off the ground?
Picked it off the ground. Redmond with a great pass, but the goal.
Redmond with another assist, another point.
Was that
Brendan Martin?
Martin, okay, yep. Martin's
a hockey
scorer
player
for them.
also who knows a thing about taking
he's
a
scorer.
feed.
He's a scorer for them.
Yep.
Definitely is. I've typed his name up before.
Wow. Neither team is going away.
No. It's all about possession now.
Coach Monson is trying to instruct these guys of what to do with Todd Redmond, but I mean, he's had at least 2 assists and 7 goals out of the 10 that North have. He's factored in at least 9 of them. And the Panthers trying to win that faceoff, goes out of bounds. It's going to be Titan ball. They're going to whistle at. They're allowed to play on. Here's Mason Dane, has his stick just knocked out of his hand, and apparently legally so. Sprinting downfield, throwing the shoulder to shoulder check, and I tell you what, getting the best of that collision was Greg Stanton, number 27. So I said earlier that 22 might be Stanton. That's definitely Stanton right there, playing defense, and tremendous hit. He's getting actually congratulated by a teammate for knocking the attacker off the ball and to the ground and turning this into what could be another goal-scoring opportunity for the Titans. Redmond has the ball. Going to work on Osgood, this time in the high slot.
Yeah, but Osgood's blanking him, but does he have the speed to stay with him? Not that time he doesn't, and Redmond's got a shot. Look at this.
Shoots it, and it's a save by Radine, as cool as you like.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what happened with Redmond on that play, John. He hesitated. He had a shot, and he hesitated.
Yeah.
Didn't think he had the opening, tried to juke the goalie by moving to his right, and he made one move too many.
That's it. And he actually shot the ball, I think, right into the netting of the goaltender, who barely moved. Panthers trying to set up a goal-scoring opportunity here, leading 12-10 and trying to add to it. Under a minute and a half to go in the third quarter. And the Panthers recognizing that they just dodged a bullet, namely what would have been Redmond's 8th goal, content to take a little bit of time off the clock here. 1:10 to go now. In front, shot, goal. That was number 15, Zachary Clancy, who gets into the hat trick category.
Well, I thought Clancy was on, had a little bit of a roll going in the first half, and they kind of derailed him a little bit.
Yeah.
He was left open a couple of times, and that time he gets the goal, and, I tell you,
Clancy's one of those players I saw warming up that has an excellent shot. The sophomore attack man, another sophomore.
We're just going to have to see whether or not South can maintain this edge, because the key point in the game was when they jumped out to that 7-2 lead.
Yeah, it's a lot to overcome.
That's a lot to overcome. You can do it.
You can get back even.
But it's had North uphill the entire game.
The effort will exhaust you just to tie it up.
And see, that's where we're at. And having played a game the day before,
Baldessari trying to rip the ball out, and he ends up winning the. Mason Dane has it. Good job coming out of their own end by the Titans.
Our man.
Dane
Redmond wants the ball.
Inside, shot behind the net it goes.
Redmond called for the ball, but obviously the play was to go to Batari because he was down low. Batari won't get a better chance than that.
No.
40 seconds left to play in the quarter.
Spin
13-10 in favor of Nashua South.
And here come the Panthers. Back and forth we go. And here comes Clancy again. Behind the net, Pulio. Pulio, a dangerous offensive player. In front,
shot.
What
a play! Oh, what a save!
Just beside the goal, a scramble.
I think Pet's got a piece of that, John. What a save!
Terrific save by Petts.
That had goal written all over it. I think he stopped it on his knees with his chest.
Somehow, North committed a violation, and Colin Morrow has it back to Pulio. Pulio and Morrow have teamed up a lot tonight. Pulio lost the handle, gets it back. It's up in the air, off his body and out of bounds, and the officials are going to call it Panther ball. No, Titans ball, excuse me. And that'll do it. Time runs out in the third quarter. What a third quarter it was. Looks like there's a
flag on
yellow
the field.
handkerchief down
there's
at the end of
call.
the third quarter.
Yep. But boy, do we have a game.
Certainly do.
But what a save by Petts. To me, that was the best save I've seen in the two games we've done here today.
James Petts, yes, certainly was. And he also had the awareness that the ball was in a dangerous spot.
Can you tell from my voice that I'm glad we only have one more quarter left to play?
Yeah, I think you might make it, but it's going to be close. Tom's so much in demand, and he actually makes his living not only with typing now, with the voice.
Well, we're back on the radio at ESPN New Hampshire. Christian and I are reunited after years hiatus. So they brought in a very good guy to work with, Pete Shepard.
Yeah.
And
the volatile world of radio. It's
always changing.
In flux. The only thing that
Pete
stays the same is
Pete and Brad are 3 to 6, and Christian and I are noon to 3.
What stays the same in sports talk radio, generally speaking, is that you never have a shortage of stuff to talk about. There's always stuff to talk about.
Yeah,
Something going on in this area. It's amazing. You can talk high school, college, pros. An endless stream of topics.
12 minutes to play.
Anybody's lacrosse game at this point here.
Certainly seems like it.
On a
But that
chilly
all
night
depends.
at Stellos.
That all depends on how many touches one sophomore that wears the number 1 named Redmond gets.
And he's out there. He might be the smallest player out in the field.
I'm looking for him. Where is
He's
he?
over here. They change sides every
Oh,
quarter.
that's right.
in
They
boys
change sides
lacrosse.
every quarter. So
Yeah.
Redmond is on the opposite end of us. He's at
Yeah.
the top of your screen.
Tim's got
Top
him.
top of your screen right there.
Number 1. Of course, the Panthers know exactly where he is.
Yes, they do.
Although the scoring sheet might beg to differ with 7 goals and 2 assists for Todd Redmond. Max Osgood does a nice job of shoveling that one up ahead. Trying to run away from traffic is Zach Clancy. Clancy's going to hand this off to Devin Linscott. Linscott, near side, Colin Morrow, who's got 3 goals. Behind the net he goes, drawing a double team. Morrow trying to stretch the defenders toward him and then make a run into space, and he does in front. Thought about the shot.
See, Morrow can match Redmond's quickness for South in terms of just, comparing 2 offensive players. But does he have the accuracy? I don't know. I haven't seen him play enough.
Nice move
he's
by
got a
Morrow.
goal here.
And he puts it off the side of the
Oh, my
post,
goodness.
it looked like.
Yep, and there you go. There's the accuracy. He had a point-blank shot, and he wasn't able to get it in.
You're not going to get a much better chance
No,
than
you're
that.
not.
So 3 South Panthers came away from the corner with possession, but down on the pitch was Joe Page, and apparently a foul was committed by South. So the Titans have a chance to get this out of their own end and relieve the pressure. Mason Dane with it. Dane, who will sprint the length of the field if you give him a chance. This time he's going to make a nice long pass to a wide open teammate across the field. That was Jacob Dubian. Downfield it comes, and here comes Redmond. Burst of speed, Redmond. Behind the net, makes a fake to go all the way around, and then back in front.
Has to give it up.
The pass intended for Brendan Martin, not able to collect
Putting
it.
Osgood on him was a stroke of genius for South.
Flag
because
flies.
The game hasn't been the same, if you notice, since they put Osgood on Redmond.
I thought he was on him all game.
I don't think so. They moved it, didn't they? I don't think they did.
I
think they
calling
had
that one-on-one matchup for a while, but
No, because you mentioned it that they had brought him out there.
well,
of the
I
size
thought
advantage.
that Troy Bottari took a run at him at one point. No, not Bottari. Excuse me. Brett Roy, number 5. What they did was they're double teaming him now a little bit more. Like Osgood did have an assignment to keep him at bay, but he's getting some help. Is what it may be. We have a break in the action here as they try to sort out that penalty. And throwing the ball back. Like
They don't want
a
to do
different
ball. Yep, they got it. Here we go. South
with possession.
looking to go up 4
Up 13
with
to
10:29 to play in the game.
Morrow, very, very high slot here. Not accustomed to being that far out. Looks like a power play for the Panthers. Catch and shoot.
Score.
Goal from a difficult angle.
All right.
Colin Morrow
That
is
sure was.
energized by that shot.
That is amazing. He
Yeah.
misses from in close. And
Yeah.
in a much more difficult shot, he manages to get. Why?
Yeah.
I think because he hit it low.
Because that's sports too, isn't it? You see
Yeah,
the golfers
exactly.
at the Masters miss a 1-foot putt and then they chip it in from the sand trap. That was a great shot by Colin Morrow, who was sprinting from a difficult angle and found the back of the net for his 4th goal of the game for Colin Morrow. And it makes it a 4-goal lead for his team. 14-10. 10-11 to go in the contest. Pass up the field to Zach Clancy.
Now see, Mr. Shorts, I just put the extra layer.
Yeah, I
of clothing
know.
on, so.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the jeans would have been a good idea. We got a penalty against somebody. The officials showing the flag, and the Titans obviously don't like the call. Panthers have possession of a 4-goal lead and the ball right now with 9:40 to go in the game. South asserting themselves here in the 4th quarter. They're attempting to draw away from the Titans and decide this one well before the finish. Officials want to confer here. One of the assistant coaches is being pretty emphatic with the officials about some point they want to make, and a little bit of controversy here down on the pitch. Not sure quite what it's about. But the net effect is that it's brought the game to a standstill here at Stellos.
Yeah, which probably favors South in a way, but actually
I think the
North
temperature's
could use
dropped
it.
about two degrees during this break.
I think it has. It favors North in a way. The standstill?
Yeah.
You know why?
Oh, yeah. Because the momentum was
No,
on.
not momentum. The fatigue. Remember,
Oh, okay.
they played yesterday. South didn't. That's a big difference.
Well, we finally decided something, and we got some players shuttling in
Yeah,
and out.
Keith Bertrand has got his hands up and said, "What's going on?"
He's getting an explanation right now. Both coaches are coming over. It's Bill Monson on your left and Keith Bertrand on your right, talking to the lead official about what the ruling is down on the field. As often as the ball changes hands and possessions, it may be much ado about it. Not all that much, in my opinion. But Panthers still have it, and they're a distance from the net as play resumes. Twisting around over there, Zachary Clancy trying to come out in front, gets body checked. Morrow picks up the loose ball in the right spot at the right time. And
If
the
I'm
Panthers,
South, I take my time.
Yeah.
I start being a little bit more deliberate. Unless they feel that they've got a sure shot and are able to do it.
Pulio with it. Long pass down the sideline.
A little push. Ground ball. Let's see if you can get it. Picked up. Nice pickup. Look at that. Give and go. Great pickup there by the Panthers on the ground ball. See how important ground balls are, John?
Yeah. We have an official timeout and turnover. The clock is running. Trying to work his way through traffic. It's like the subway platform at Grand Central, but the net effect is that Nate Radine ends up with it, and no scoring chance for the Titans. Down by 4, they really needed to produce something there.
They sure did. 8:08 to play.
Panthers
4-goal Panther lead.
coming out of their own end.
They get one more, and I think that's going to probably be a big clincher. And there it is.
There it is.
individual play, a beautiful play on that run by Nashua South. That was that Morrow? That was Morrow, wasn't it? I thought so. 22. That was Morrow.
Goal number 5.
Yep, Morrow versus Redmond right now. That's what we got.
Yeah, at least on the goal scoring sheet. Face off at midfield as the clock stops after the goal. 15-10. It would seem to be a impossible hill to climb, even with Todd Redmond down on the field.
I think so.
5 goals in 7.5 minutes or so. And plus, the Panthers winning another face-off here. Although losing possession, and the Titans trying to turn it into something. Goes behind the net. Sprinting around is number 8, Tristan Lowell. Lowell gets it up far sideline. The Panthers, Joseph Callahan through the Callahan tunnel. With the,
there wasn't any tunnel there.
And downfield it goes.
Morrow with it. If I'm South, that's who I want to have with it. And now he's taking his time.
Yeah.
It's a 15-10 Nashua South lead. We've got 7 minutes and 8 seconds left to play in the game.
Morrow feeds it in front and actually stolen away by the goalie. Nice play by Pets.
I think Morrow could have run it around for another minute.
Yeah, he could have.
Yep.
I think he just got bored and he tried to find something. Doesn't want to play the keep away game, and I can't say I blame a guy that's got 5 goals to think he can score another one. Stumbling a bit, weaving his way through traffic, lost the ball though, did Tyler Dubian, and a flag flies. You would expect some degree of chippiness in a rivalry game like this, and we've seen a lot of yellow laundry in this one. 6.5 minutes to go in regulation, 15-10. The Panthers of South, to the left of your screen in the gray uniform. Actually, they're guarding the goal to the right in this quarter. They are in the lead by 5 goals. Titans threatening a bit here as the ball in the possession. The player in the right corner works its way out to Redmond. Redmond inside, and
there's
it's
a goal.
In.
Is that number 8?
That is the assist by Redmond to number 7, Troy Botari. Gets his first of the game.
First of the game. He's been open a couple of times, John. You know, we've called his name a few times.
He's on the opposite wing of Redmond.
Right. But why do you get the feel it's anticlimactic? It really isn't. You're only down 4.
Yeah.
You just need possession. So now if you're South, what you're faced with here is the temptation to run off the clock, run minutes away if you get possession, and break up versus breaking up your momentum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would they be better served going right at it? They didn't take their time down on this end, and it led to a goal down on the other end. So, to simplify it with LaCrosse, it's all about possession. But if you've got it now with a lead, you want to milk the clock, and they don't have it. And here we go. Nice save.
And it is
Titan ball, and South's got to regroup.
Botari to Redmond. Redmond putting a move on. Spin move. Redmond being marked by Josh Martin of South. Redmond's going to hang on to it, go behind the cage. Reverses direction. On the triple team, tried to find Brendan Martin, but it went off of Martin's stick. Botari's going to track it down. He goes to one knee and
pick up
it
a
away.
Ground ball, scooped away, but now it's loose and a pickup. Oh no!
Still loose. Looks like Mason
Dane got it
in a triple team with that long stick. He gets it knocked away.
And now North's got to go back to go forward.
Jacob Dubian.
5:32 to play.
Dubian with a nice move.
Time is of the essence for the Titans.
Joe Page. Page going to work, has it slapped out of his possession, but he gets it back.
They got to get it to Redmond and get a quick score.
And Redmond has it on a bounce.
They can't waste any time. He can't look for an open man. He's got to do it himself.
Marsh stick checking him, keeps Redmond at bay. Redmond's got to be a little bit tired at this point.
Well, like I said, they played yesterday. Here we go, right here. Nope.
Digging deep, though. He's finding another burst of wind here. Redmond, stick to the ground. That's legal. He gets right
he's
back
got an
up.
Opportunity.
Runs it out in front. The wraparound try doesn't go, but the Titans retain possession. Is back to get it as Brendan Martin.
That push actually helped him.
Yeah.
He created space.
Yeah, he used it to his advantage.
Yes,
Martin
he did.
goes back to Redmond. In front. Actually, that's not Redmond. It's Page. Goal. Joe Page. What a play. A much-needed goal in traffic, and he reduces the deficit to 3 once again with 4:43 left.
It's still in range. It's
Yep.
all about possession, John.
It's all about keeping you here for extra minutes for overtime.
Keeping you here in your shorts as well.
Yeah. I just was thinking that Tom was going to flip a switch and start rooting for the Panthers to put this one away.
I'm not rooting for anybody here.
I know.
We're objective.
Yeah. Let's see who wins this draw here. 4:43 remaining. Still plenty of time for the North's hoped-for comeback.
Nice pushing.
Yeah. Page just got knocked off the ball by Joe Callahan. Morrow with it.
And that's who I want with it. If you're with South, 4:30 to go. Morrow calling out a play.
Yeah, so ideally for the Panthers,
Can
what
he
happens
run
here-
around back there and milk it? They do.
If
That was
he
the plan.
commits to it, yes, he could.
Yeah, that's the pass to make right
The
there.
temptation is to come out and make a play.
But you know what? It's a
program
it's a
that way.
3-goal game.
Yep.
I would say with about 3.5 to play, you try a shot. And then if you can get it up to 4 with that shot, then you got a chance. But they are milking it right now.
They certainly are. And it's an ideal scenario for the Panthers to take a lot of time off the clock here and come away with a goal in this possession.
Oh, see, they do a smart thing. They bring it way out where there's even more space.
The Titans have to start playing tighter
Now, you
defense.
practice this. This is what they practice, okay? You devote time in practice to clock killing. And they're doing that right now.
Basically playing catch in the backyard at the expense of the Titans, who are trying to narrow the distance between themselves and the guy in possession of the ball.
Now he's
in
in
front.
traffic, tried it.
What do we have?
It's going to be South ball. They retained possession.
They did. It's
Yep.
unlike other sports where if it goes out of bounds off of you, then the other team gets it.
3:17 to play. So they took the shot right around the time I said. But now I think they can milk another minute off the clock. They don't need to shoot it.
Julio's pass goes
Oh,
astray.
and that's a mistake and a
Yep.
turnover.
So the Panthers take time off the clock, well over a minute, but they do not
3:06
score.
to play.
So the Titans are
They
thinking
missed
about
an opportunity to take another minute off that clock.
the Titans are thinking about scoring 1 goal per minute and tying this thing up.
Well, they're going to talk about how they're going to do that
Yep.
with 3:05 left to play in this game. 15-12 in favor of Nashua South over Nashua North. We got a good one. It's been a good one all game. Todd Redmond, we have him for, I believe, 7 goals in this game. Versus South's Colin Morrow, who has 5. And that's where we've been standing. North has not been able to get Redmond a goal since midway through the third quarter when the Titans had cut it to 1. And that was at 9-8. 3:05 left to go in the game. North will have possession. And you know, if South gets it back, they are going to try to milk the clock again. The Titans will try to get it in Redmond's hands. They've had other people score for them. And it's worked out for them, but they just haven't been able to make a dent in South's lead. South jumped out to a 7-2 lead in the first half. And we got a penalty already. Somebody made a contact with a stick. So let's see what happens. Yep. Penalty on South, I believe. That'll put North a man up. Here we go. It's a dead ball foul that wasn't too smart. And it'll give the Titans an advantage.
3 minutes, 4 seconds to go.
And here we go. North needs to shoot it. They need to shoot it quickly.
Redmond has it.
Yeah, they moved Redmond to the middle.
Osgood marking him. Redmond's got it back. He's going to shoot from there, and he missed to the right.
Yep, way out, not where he normally shoots from. Out around the 22-yard line, which is about 12 yards away from the goal.
Not a problem, though, for the Titans, as they're going to get the ball back
Right.
here. And Botari stumbles a bit. Throws it outside to
Redmond is in the middle.
Yeah.
He's at the 20. Now he goes down into the 10. He's looking for a centering pass.
Back to Redmond. Flings it up top. Playing some catch.
Redmond dropped it.
Dubian.
But he picks it back up again. But John, it's 2-12. They're
Yeah.
stalling on their own.
Save is made by Radine. He's going to go behind the net and take some
two
seconds
shots,
off.
one wide and one with a save. South's got it. I think that was the possession that's going to probably ice the game.
Christian Lowell up the sideline.
We are under 2 to play.
And looking for the icing here is Zach Clancy on the turf. Let's see the call.
Well, South better hope they keep it because Clancy didn't really need to take a shot. Now let's see, they're sorting it out. Timeout. South. 1:53 to play.
Scores the same, 15-12.
Chess
time
game.
getting short for the
Chess
Titans.
game with these timeouts.
Yep.
That's the deal.
See Nate Radine getting a big congratulations. Job well done by Coach Bill Monson there as he came to the sideline. He greeted his
Yeah,
goaltender.
because his goaltender made the biggest save of the night. Because if North scores there, it's a 2-goal game, and they've got the ball, and they've got momentum, and they're going to try to win the draw. And none of this timeout and strategy happens for North. Now they can play a few things. They've got a 3-goal lead. They got 1:53 to play, but don't forget you can score quickly. But I just thought North on that possession took too long, and South played good defense. I think the defense really helped out Radine because if you notice where the shots were coming from, they were coming from far out.
It's interesting, though, with Redmond having the possession there and knowing that he had scored 7 goals and set up a few, he was just so far away from the goal where he's normally operating right behind it or right in close proximity, and there's just no way that South was going to let him get close that time. He had to go through a gauntlet
not at
of
all.
5 or 6 players, and he ended up taking a shot from distance and missing it. Just under 2 minutes to go in the game in regulation.
Game is approaching 2 hours.
Yep.
Little different than the girls.
Some of the
game.
fans giving a extra editing work to
Yes,
Pete
to
Johnson.
Pete Johnson. As if my choking wasn't doing it enough for him.
As it's one of those games where individual voices can be loudly heard in the background. It happens even in the Red Sox games some nights.
We'll
on
just
the
tell
road.
him that. We'll just tell him it was Tim O'Neill.
Yeah. Killing some valuable moments over there, Zachary Clancy.
And there you go, killing valuable moments. They're valuable for South, for North, not South.
Goal, icing. That was number 12, Devin Linscott.
I guess the strategy was to go for a quick shot and a goal. I don't know if I agree with it. I think they could have probably milked about it and waited until under a minute before they shot it, but that'll do it. 16-12 to score, and North will go down in defeat in this game, unfortunately, if you're a Titans fan.
too many goals to overcome.
Again, the 7-2 spread.
Yeah.
That's where the game was won. Now, you can talk about the late goals. You can talk about how South got pulled away a couple of times when North, and led by Redmond, made a run. But it was South setting the tone, getting out to a 7-2 lead. Changed everything.
Downfield comes the Panthers.
Big draw win by South. They'll just milk it. They should just run it out. We got 1:09 to play. They don't need to even shoot it again with a 4-goal lead, 16-12. And you're going to see that contact, John, because North's going to try to do everything they can to get the ball back.
As the official picks up the flag. It was a doubleheader of lacrosse this evening at Stello Stadium, the girls' game earlier, which was won 11-7 by
11-7 by Nashua North. So it's a split.
Yeah. Boys avenging the girls' loss here. The Panthers in front. 16-12 with under a minute to go. And almost getting another goal there was Clancy. Lost possession. The Titans scrambling for the bouncing ball. Morrow's going to get it. Instead, Colin Morrow with 40 seconds left. All he has to do is basically reverse direction a few times and play some catch with Pulio. Pulio, out of instinct, comes out from behind the net. He's going to go back there. 30 seconds left now. Trying to stay with him is Schaefer Rancourt. Loose ball out front. Osgood picked it up. 17 seconds left. And the restart. Mason Dane up ahead. Actually, now it's restarted.
Yep, that'll do it. They'll try to get one more goal
for Pride.
And that's not going to happen as the ball is just going to roll out. The clock will stop with 5:4 to left, 5.4 to go.
Let it roll.
Yep, exactly.
It's 5 seconds. And that'll do it.
Yep.
The buzzer sounds. A celebration ensues for the South Panthers, who will win this one by a score of 16-12. A lot of goals, a lot of excitement here at Stellos.
Yeah, an interesting game. South found their offense in the second quarter. They jumped out to a 4 or 5 goal lead. Basically made it a game of catch up the entire rest of the way for Nashua North, and that's a tough way to play lacrosse.
That's Tom King. I'm John Collins, thanking our cameraman Tim O'Neill and our executive producer Pete Johnson as the two teams line up for handshakes at midfield. We'll say thank you for watching and good night from Holman Stadium.
Stello Stadium.
Thank you, everyone.
We'll be at Holman in a couple of weeks, everybody.